Lyndon Lloyd, Saturday, 2 September 2017. 71 comments jumped to last. Ross Barkley has played down suggestions he did a U-turn on a potential move to Chelsea in the middle of a medical exam with the London club. It was reported that the midfielder had agreed terms after Everton had accepted a £35 million offer from Chelsea but then pulled out of the move despite his medical being underway. Barkley denies this was the case, however. Contrary to a number of reports in the press, "I did not undertake a medical with any club at any point," he tweeted. "I simply decided that due to my injury, it would be best to make a decision on my future and assess all my options in January when fully fit." Note: the following content is not moderated or vetted by the site owners at the time of submission. Comments are the responsibility of the poster. Disclaimer: posted 02092017 at 163,129. The wet finger in the air crew are going to have fun with this one. Posted 02092017 at 163,226. Opens can of Kestrel and puts comfy pants on. Posted 02092017 at 163,429. So after months of saying that, thanks for the clarification. Wish he had done one. Posted 02092017 at 163,611. Use of the word contrary and correct use of commas. No way Ross wrote that. Completely playing the club to manufacture a move that he wants whilst getting as much money as he can. Can't wait to see the back of him. Posted 02092017 at 163,945. Well, those West London Ruskies won't be back in for him after an evening of twatting the medical staff about. It'll be Spurs all the way. He has turned down the champions to get a move to a more glamorous, less successful club. Toodle-oo motherfucker. Posted 02092017 at 164,720. His decision has probably cost us £20 million because we will be lucky to get £15 million in January. Ross is well within his rights to run down his contract if he chooses. A part of me thinks Koeman doesn't rate Barkley too much, and that's the major factor in Ross wanting to leave. The cynical part of me thinks Ross wants to leave for financial reasons. Posted 02092017 at 165213. I agree that Koeman thinks he is overrated. Would Big Ron have spent nearly £50 million on someone who effectively does what Barkley does, if he didn't think he did much better? Posted 02092017 at 165,355. They may be local lads, but the club is in a bit of a shambles for a change. I really don't want Barkley or Rooney at Everton, or Ken Wright for that matter, another local lad. Posted 02092017 at 165,516. He didn't write that for a start. Contrary to a number of reports. Posted 02092017 at 170036. I want him to stay. He'll provide some pace that we need, but also I just don't want to see him go elsewhere and be great when it should have been with us all along. Posted 02092017 at 170,729. It all seems a shame to me that it is apparently going to end following this ugly and unnecessarily media-driven nonsense. Ross has obviously been badly advised from the start, but he should have definitely shown the club some respect considering the wages he has earned from them over the years. He will still be found out as a very average footballer though at whichever club he ends up at in January. Also sad but good riddance. Posted 02092017 at 171,007. If he is to wait until his contract runs down, then he should give his future salary to a charity. He has been very well taken care of and paid whilst playing for us, and, to be honest, he has never really reached his supposed potential. Lukaku has been lambasted for being open and honest, and the lad has given us far better service during his few years with us than many of the legends. Why on earth fans go into raptures over the likes of Barkley and Rooney completely passes me by. Just look at the truth. Rooney gave us very little service before he headed out for pastures new. I for one have never blamed him for leaving, as the lad was ambitious beyond what we could provide. But I balked at him coming back in his twilight time when Man United had gleaned all the talent he ever had and wanted him off the wage bill. Stupidly, our club took him back and he was welcomed like the prodigal son and drafted straight into the starting 11. Now yet another local lad is holding us to ransom and getting paid handsomely for doing that. If he waits until January, he will be leaving us for nothing, and the club that made him whatever he is will get little to no compensation. I suppose the blind fans of local boys will be pleased if he heads back to EFC when he is finished elsewhere and wants a job. Give me Lukaku over those two any time. This lad played almost every game for us and scored lots of goals. When he was injured, he did not go on a pre-season jaunt but stayed home and ensured he was fit for the first match. Lukaku has never stayed silent about his ambitions, so he is neither a liar nor a taker of salary for doing nothing. I hope Big Rom has a fantastic career and that in future Everton fans will realise the value he was to our club. We took £90 million for him, and that has paid for Pickford, Keane and Klaassen. What will we get for Barkley? Just think about the facts and don't blindly stick up for the local boys. I have more time for Baines, Davies, Hibbert and others. Players like Jags and Osman, who are not local but always gave of the best for the club. Posted 02092017 at 171033. I'm in the minority, I know, but RK should persuade him to accept the contract on the table, because quite frankly, Mr. Coman, you have not bought anybody better than Ross other than Pickford and Keane, two rare players not fighting over midfield. Posted 02092017 at 171,450. They already have on Twitter, Darren. Posted 02092017 at 171501. I get that the club will lose money, but this is a defining moment for Ross's career. He wants to go to Spurs. The charade at Chelsea was just to give Daniel Levy a prod, and he took it as far as he could without signing for them. He will no doubt go there in January, probably for a token fee. At that point, Ross won't have played a competitive game of football in over half a year with the players that have come in. I don't see Coman playing him 5 months from a World Cup. He then has to get fit and force his way past Dele Alli and co to get into the Spurs starting 11. Come June, I don't see him in the 23 travelling to Russia. He'll be almost 29 by Qatar, and if he had some kind of huge turnaround, he'll be overlooked in favour of the next wave of talent coming through. After 3 years of having smoke blown up his arse, Ross Hasnt responded well to a manager asking him to work harder and for more W&D product, and probably blames him for his being overlooked during last year's Euros. Yes, the club lose out, but I honestly believe that the player will lose out more. Sure, he'll make a packet of money, but I wonder how he'll look back on this episode at the end of his career. Posted 02092017 at 171,609. Sir Ross, if you're a proper blue like us all, how about suggesting to our lovable chairman, I realise I have cost the club I love £35 mil, sir, to help you. How about I sign a contract extension of say 18 months so you get a better fee, and say EFC could give him a couple of mil as a gesture of goodwill. Oh, finally looking at his earlier twatters, this latest one is written by someone else, the grammar is so much better. Posted 02092017 at 171,818. For fuck's sake, using the word contrary in the right context does not mean that Barkley did not tweet that. The IQ level of confidence in this place must really be taking a knock today. Posted 02092017 at 173,301. Glad HES come out and cleared it up, to be honest. Not that it changes the fact that we still don't have a clue as to what might happen or what has happened so far. Posted 02092017 at 173,951. Barkley's behaviour shows he is not an Everton supporter playing for Everton. He is the opposite of a supporter. He is milking Everton for millions. He is acting like a copycat, wishing to do us footballing and financial harm. Good riddance to him if this is his attitude. Posted 02092017 at 174,658. He'll be a Spurs player in the new year. That's the only move he wants. Sad. Posted 02092017 at 174,740. Diamonds are not forever. Posted 02092017 at 175,231. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, lad. He is happy to pick his wages up till he is fit enough to pass a medical for another club. Disgrace Ross, who posted 02092017 at 175,918 on the way to the medical. Ross got a call from Bill Kenwright. Koeman was sacked by December. That's when he told the cabbie to turn around. Conspiracy Theory 132. Posted 02092017 at 180,252. Assess all my options in January, when fully fit. Naturally, the next sentence will be in the circumstances. I will of course not be expecting Everton to pay me. No, really. Posted 02092017 at 181,239. John chapter 17. Not attacking his intelligence or articulation at all, but there's no doubt in my mind that he didn't write these tweets. People tweet the way they talk, but these three are worded exactly like a pre-written press statement. I'm a PR consultant myself for 20 years, and believe me, this is PR speak 101. It also point out that Barkley has made absolutely no public comment in a long time, not about his Everton situation, not about transfers, not about the bar fight, and not about his being left on the bench for England. And he almost never tweets. His agency clearly felt something had to be said here or it would endanger his business prospects. Posted 02092017 at 181,258. For all those outraged by the loss of millions, all I can say is, where's the Arteta money bill? We've lost countless millions over the years on players like Kroldrup, AVDM, Niasse, Bile, Eltonov, Gibson etc. So what's a few more million to such a well-run club? Ross goes where Ross wants to go, like any other player, not where the club wants him to go. Hope he stays like. Posted 02092017 at 182,016. Off topic, but is anybody besides me watching Ireland Georgia? Our old boy Shane Duffy has the Ireland goal, and McGeady just came on as a sub. Posted 02092017 at 182,324. The club hasn't lost a cent on Ross, as he cost nothing, and even if he did, then he has no value on the club books. Ross can do what he likes within the terms of the contract. He owes the clubs and fans nothing. Whatever happened between EFC and Ross, he sees it very seriously. We don't have a clue what it was. Posted 02092017 at 182,433. You can't believe a word Moshiri says. Posted 02092017 at 182,528. Seems to me that it isn't Barkley who has cost the club millions. It is the board for leaving the contract negotiations too late and then rent-a-gob Koeman giving it large with his public ultimatum: sign or be sold. The decision to go or not was always a ball in Barkley's court, as he has the final say on whether to move or run his contract down. Barkley was the one with all of the options available to him, and HES just taken the option he felt was right for him at this time. £35 mil was a decent fee for him given the length remaining on his current contract, but if he didn't fancy playing for Chafsky, why should he sign for them just so that Mosh can trouser the Wonga? Lukaku, Oxlade and Llorente obviously didn't fancy the Chavs either. Posted 02092017 at 182,533. I believe he doesn't like Koeman first and foremost. It happens. Players fall out with managers. I also think the fallout was due to Ross being told he had to put more of a shift in on the pitch. If that was the case, I think the manager had a point. Ross did tend to switch off during games. How it was all handled seems a bit of a shit show, but I'm not surprised after what seemed like a new Everton just turned out to be old Everton with a few more quid. Posted 02092017 at 183,017. All my options in January. Ross: a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Posted 02092017 at 183,922. But Ross will be the new hate figure. Could have been a key part to our revival. HES going to be a figure of bile. Posted 02092017 at 183,922. Laurie: a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Bet that's what Pisshead was thinking driving her home the other night. Posted 02092017 at 184,023. Thanks for that, Mike. Just put this on, and it's not a bad game, mate. McGeady great run, silly shot typical Calcuf. I honestly think that Moshiri might now be looking at the money his manager has spent, maybe thinking HES overloaded in one position, and wants to see what he can get out of the players that help sport, before he gives him any more. Who knows, but I've just watched the documentary I Believe in Miracles, and it wasn't exactly rocket science that helped achieve greatness for both Brian Clough and Nottingham Forest, just plain simplicity and a group of players who all knew each other's job. Let the manager earn his money now and hope for his team to gel. Posted 02092017 at 184,625. Depends on the deal he has struck with Spurs. Laurie. That Levy is a smooth talker. Posted 02092017 at 185,157. Tony at 36. Absolutely right by what he said to his mate Jim White, because we actually never made a bid for anyone on deadline day. As our esteemed manager was playing golf in Portugal, he knew as well. As for the Barkley issue, I would tell him to don't bother to come back to the club. We will carry on paying your wages, just stay at home. Posted 02092017 at 185,245. Sorry, but I can't be doing with all this. Barkley has cost us zillions. Nonsense. What costs EFC is the incompetence of some of the people trusted to act in the club's best business interests, and I would include in that a duty of care to a young player being chastised publicly by his manager, and thereby alerting other clubs that a Ross will be sold at a knockdown price, and B, that Everton will pay whatever it takes to bring in the manager's publicly preferred replacement. Ross is not leaving Everton, Everton is leaving Ross. We have a diamond on our hands, one that with a bit more polishing will shine very brightly. It would not take a lot to persuade the lad to stay. Showing him HES wanted would be a start. Parting him on financial parity with Jiffy would be another signal of his importance to the club. And when HES fit again, make him practice with Wayne at FF to learn the art of playing as a striker, in which position he has the attributes to excel and where we need urgently a replacement for Lukaku. On Lukaku, I noticed that helps close to being canonized for his honesty. Shrewder business people than Everton would not have sold him so early in the transfer window. With 2 years on his contract, Everton had all the aces. His value would not have dropped if Wade kept hold for another month or so, and in the event when everything went mad after PSG started splashing the cash, Everton would have probably got a lot more for him. Why the hurry? We are told there was new money to buy players, and even if the strategy failed, then honest Rom would have given his all for the royal blue jersey. Posted 02092017 at 185,545. How you wait all this time for Harpo to speak? Posted 02092017 at 190,013. Is there a space in the squad whilst Bucks waits for his move? I can't see him sitting on his arse until January. Posted 02092017 at 190,335. Posted 02092017 at 190,352. Why not Phil HES injured isn't he? Posted 02092017 at 190,910. So, there was no U-turn. So all the posts generated on the basis of Barkley's U-turn have been a complete waste of time. Posted 02092017 at 190,920. Gerard 39. Good post, but honest Rom would have given his all for the royal blue jersey. Hilarious, great punchline. Posted 02092017 at 191,245. I don't see why both cannot be true. By Barkley refusing the transfer, he has cost Everton 35 million. But he also had every right to do so. He's currently injured, out for up to 3 months apparently, so he won't be playing anytime soon. There is a January window which could see offers made for him again. He could choose to accept or reject them, still knowing he is free to choose his next club in the summer. I'm actually thrilled to have an example where a player refused a transfer. It does my head in seeing all the posts in recent times saying sell him off to insert shite club or league. The club can accept a transfer fee from anyone, but if the player refuses, end of story. Barkley may or may not want to go to Chelsea in the end, but it looks more likely that he wants to go to Spurs. His team will know if Spurs are interested, so he can wait and then sign for them for free. What is clear is that Koeman's public proclamation that he will be sold if no contract signed was a massive mistake. The strategy to sell if he doesn't sign is fine, but it should have all been done behind closed doors. Seems to be a trend with players not being too happy with Coman. Posted 02092017 at 191,841. This looks like the classic mountain out of a molehill situation, as Mishiri clearly got cross wires re the Phantom Medical. It is not unreasonable for Ross to clarify this given the ridicule aimed his way on social media etc. The position of Barkley to assess his options in January makes perfect sense, as he won't be playing again until November. Moshiri has suggested the number 10 area is congested, but Barkley has qualities the others lack, for example, decent pace, and I can see him doing a job on the right like he did successfully last season. I'm not actually sure how Sigurdsson and Rooney fit in together, as I think Sigurdsson lacks the pace to be effective on the left. If anything, Ross has the best qualities to dovetail with Rooney. Posted 02092017 at 191,845. Chastised by the manager how times change, and no wonder footballers can do so very little wrong now. Paul Tran has called it right with regards to Coman and his productivity. Move the ball, it's only my opinion, but I think it's why Tom Davies, amongst others, is struggling to adapt at the minute, because it's not something that kids learn from an early age in England. If not wanting more out of your more talented footballers is a crime though, then how the hell are kids supposed to improve? He had Roberto's arm around his shoulder for long enough. Did Ross give Davies time? And I'm sure he will adapt, but again, that's only my opinion, based on watching a kid who doesn't put his hands on his head and stop running the minute things don't go right for him on a football pitch. Posted 02092017 at 192,103. He might not have composed the words in the tweet, but until somebody has evidence he's lying, then I think we have to go with what it says. So after months of saying that, thanks for the clarification. Can't say I blame him if a pack of lies, if that's what they are being posted on social and other media. Posted 02092017 at 192,132. Throwing any amount of money at big signings, what does it matter? It's not our money. Barkley not dutifully leaving to suit the club. He's cost the club money. Posted 02092017 at 192,231. Gerard 39. A cool post. Posted 02092017 at 192,307. David Barks, I always agree with a lot of what you say, but on the Barkley issue he has every right to go when his contract's up. The thing that irks me is, why should we help to get him up and running for another club? Posted 02092017 at 192,605. Tony 48. You were right, there's nothing wrong with a manager taking a player to task. It is the doing it so publicly and humiliatingly that's wrong. Posted 02092017 at 192,754. There's repeated speculation on TW that Barkley will go to Spurs. This is like the repeated speculation that Lukaku was destined for Chelsea. The fact is, none of us has any idea where Barkley will end up, be it Everton or elsewhere. Gerard 39 had been saying for a while that we didn't need to sell Lukaku, and that it was even possible that his value to Everton by keeping him until July 2019 could be greater than the fee from selling him now, in this case, £75 million from United. If we'd kept him, that plus the new signings would have been exciting, a real statement of a new era. But of course, we did sell him, so the new signings are merely encouraging rather than exciting, and we might simply be seeing the old Everton that we've got used to over the last 2 decades, selling players in the prime, as usual. Having said that, there may be a silver lining in failing to replace him, in that it could be the making of Calvert-Lewin, who is significantly improved on last season, and no doubt continuing to improve fast. Posted 02092017 at 193,310. Everton made a promise to pay him his salary till contract end. Then they fuck him about and diss him in public. And people are surprised he continues to draw his salary while injured, by the way, and that's hardly doing a Gibson. Posted 02092017 at 193,418. Tony at 48. I agree with your comments on Davies, although I do fear he will be the next to get frozen out because of a failure to adapt to Coman's style. Whatever that turns out to be. A promising start to the season has been ruined for me by a negative close to the window. The Barkley mess now Rooney reverting to the childish was posted 02092017 at 193,642. Phil, a promising start to the season has been ruined for me by a negative close to the window. The Barkley mess now Rooney reverting to the childish was Phil, and here's me thinking you don't have a positive stake and you a promising start to the season. Keep it up. Oh no, you just didn't. Posted 02092017 at 193,947. A promising start to the season. I've watched every match and we have been in rubbish. Posted 02092017 at 194629. I think we didn't have the option to keep Rom. I believe he gave us a year to see if CL football materialized and we agreed to sell if it didn't. I also believe that we gave him away at £75. Posted 02092017 at 195,201. Barkley and Koeman do not get on. Ross will wait to the end of the season and hope Koeman gets sacked. I don't think Ross wants to leave, but Ron is going nowhere unless his anger over the striker debacle gets the better of him. Finishing on that point, Ross should be playing as a striker if he is fit. Posted 02092017 at 195254. Barry, Gerald al. Great posts. The guilty party in this entire fiasco is the board and Koeman. As Stan once said to Ollie, this is another fine mess you've got me into. Posted 02092017 at 195,530. A good one, Ross. You'll now face CFC, and more importantly, the fans who adored and cheered you on. It must feel very good to be a professional, so that you don't have to worry who actually finances your paycheck each month as you sit twiddling your increasingly fat cheeks. Posted 02092017 at 200,104. The problem in this is that Barkley holds a significant number of cards in this negotiation. He has a contract which has less than a year to run. He can sign for a club and earn a huge signing-on fee by just waiting around for another few months. Everton, on the other hand, have put a new contract on the table which he has refused to sign, and in the meantime will have to pay his wages. So where is the strength in our position? We have 3 cards we can play, and I think we have to play those cards. The conversation goes like this: if you do not sign the new contract, and we are prepared to reduce it to one of 3 years to allow you leave in the next 1,218 months, then we will not treat your injury and you can find and pay for your own physio and treatment. Furthermore, you will not be allowed to train at the club and you will not play any matches for the club. You realize it will mean that you have no chance of playing at the 2018 World Cup, because unless we receive a fee in excess of £20 million, we will not sell you in January. Maybe at the age of 25 you'll be back in the England team for the next European Championships, and the only World Cup you will play in will be the 2022 in Qatar when you are 27. Can you please let us know within 48 hours your decision? What are Everton going to lose in that, in addition to our current situation? We will save some costs in terms of performance bonuses we could be paying to Ross if he played. We may have to pay medical and training expenses, although these are probably already spent for other players and will not increase because of Ross. And maybe we lose his fee. But maybe we will lose the latter anyway. And our alternative negotiation strategy. Posted 02092017 at 2000708. I think a lot of teams reflect the manager. Southgate boring, naive, not very good. Koeman dour, defensive, not really interested in the club. Klopp vibrant, passionate, forward-thinking, loves the club. Says it all, methinks. Posted 02092017 at 201418. I wonder if Ross thinks there's a chance Koeman won't be around in January. What a load of old shite this all is anyway. After a good start to the transfer window, we quickly reverted to type and then actually betted some of the more ridiculous Everton behaviour. I'm going to throw my support behind players like DCL, Davies, Jags, Coleman, Guy, Baines, who leave nothing on the pitch, and hope that some of the new signings offer much of the same. Barkley has unfortunately shown that help's too big for his boots, and those boots are controlled by his agent and some PR manager now. They'll not be Everton boots again, I expect, and that's probably a good thing. Posted 02092017 at 201,510. So we basically paying him to get fit for his new club. Nice one, Ross. Maybe we should have tried to sell him sooner and not wait till the last day. Posted 02092017 at 201532 agreed, George 65. Though Klopp is also a gobshite. Posted 02092017 at 201,622 Gerard at 53. What has Coman said that has really publicly humiliated Ross? Barkley posted 02092017 at 201,626. Don't want Barkley to stay if he can't make it work at Everton, probably won't work anywhere else. His football brain is too slow, particularly when he has to think about what he is doing. If he does it naturally, he can be brilliant, but not seen much of that the last 2 seasons. Shame he didn't just a one. Didn't want Rooney back at all. Lost his stamina now, admittedly has good footballing brain still, but not for a club supposedly moving forward. Posted 02092017 at 202,053 Tony, 69 fuck all. Nada, Tony, 36 dead right mate. For the Moshieri interview on Sky you can see he thinks we have too many who can play the 10 role. Posted 02092017 at 202,411 The season is only going to get tougher over the next month. RK should get his ass off the sunbeds in Portugal and try to generate some team spirit instead of telling all and sundry that we need a striker, etc, etc. Ross can go back to Lego painting by numbers and CBBS until January comes and it's time to go to big school and leave for the smoke. Posted 02092017 at 202,659 Just fuck off, you greedy twat. I simply decided, blah blah, just fucking the one. I'm just bursting to see what team you will improve, and that wonder goal at the Barcodes was not a wonder goal. They all backed off and let you through to score. If any of them had tackled you'd have bottled it. Just fuck off. Hope you are pleased to have fucked the club out of £20 million and most of it back into your already loaded bank account. Greedy twat, just fuck off. Everton News 247 Bet on Everton and get a deposit bonus with Bet 365 at thefreebetguide.com. Tony Onslow, Paul Ferry, Dave Cooney, Lyndon Lloyd, Michael Kenrick.